When announcing its deal with Japan on the wartime sex slavery issue in late 2015, the former Park Geun-hye government declared that the matter was ultimately and irreversibly settled. In accordance with the deal, Japan contributed 10 billion won to set up a foundation for Korean victims of Japan's wartime sexual enslavement. A recent investigation is shedding light on how the sex slavery deal was reached. A former sex slavery victim is staging a single-person protest calling for the dissolution of the foundation.
Kim Bok-dong was conscripted and forced into sexual slavery when she was 15 years old. She had to endure a terrible, painful life as a sex slave for 8 years. The elderly woman, who is in her 90s and battling cancer, has launched a single-person protest.
수술한 지가 5일밖에 안 됐습니다. 이래도 방에 들어 누워서 하지 마. 속이 상해 죽겠는 거라.
The only thing Kim wants is the dissolution of a foundation for Korean victims of Japan's wartime sex slavery.
1억원 받으려고 이때까지 사왔나? 1억원이라 하는 거는 1,000억을 줘도 우리는 받을 수가 없다.
The foundation was set up with a 1 billion yen fund provided by Japan after Seoul and Tokyo struck a related deal in late 2015 without the consent of the victims. A recent prosecutorial investigation has shed light on what was behind the sex slavery deal. A year before the deal was reached, then Presidential Chief of Staff Kim Gi-chun discussed the establishment of the foundation with the head of the National Court Administration and the Minister for Government Administration and Home Affairs. Then President Park Geun-hye even noted that it would bring shame on the nation if the suit was upheld to compensate the victims. The Moon Jae-in government promised to nullify the sex slavery deal with Japan when it took office last year. However, no progress has been made.